Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part, and welcome to my Christmas decorate with me. I've waited all year for this, so I'm super excited. If you're needing motivation or inspiration, this is definitely the video for you, but I'm also gonna be sharing like tips and hacks and just stuff I've learned along the way. So if you haven't decorated yet, it's perfect. Watch it, share it with someone else that can benefit from it. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I post 2 new videos every single week and I'd love for you to be here. But now let's go ahead and get into Christmas decorating. Before we get started, I wanted to show you a real life behind the scenes tour of my office. So basically I filmed an attic like declutter organizational video that's going to be coming out very soon, but I pulled down all my Christmas and I didn't want to put it back up just for a few days because I knew I was going to be decorating, so we just threw it all in here. Like I walk every morning over here and I feel like I'm in a forest. I told Chase don't put it right behind me because if I fall I'm gonna like hit the trees and not be able to get off the treadmill. So this is all full. I still have 3 huge trees out in the garage, so I'm super excited to get all this stuff like decorated in the living room and all those spaces so I can have my office back again. Alexa, play Christmas music on Pandora.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all, from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you.
So a tip that I've learned along the way is to have a theme. Even if it's kind of vague, have an idea so you know what you're gonna be doing in your house. It really helps you when you're shopping, so you're not just buying things you love, but you're staying on theme. Because if I was gonna go out Christmas shopping, I could seriously buy everything in the stores because I love all of it. All of it brings me joy, but I don't need all of it. So definitely kind of figure out what your theme is before you start decorating or Christmas shopping.
Come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of
My next tip is to check and see what you have before you start Christmas shopping. This may take a little bit of work. You may have to pull down all your Christmas from like the attic or the shed or the storage building, basement, wherever it is, or just go back and look at your photos from last year. That may be easier, just scroll through your phone, but definitely look at your inventory and see what you have. I think it's better to actually see the pieces than on your phone, because on your phone you can forget stuff that's like in the background. But this is a good way to know your inventory before you go shopping so you don't overspend or buy something that you already have and you have to return it, or you don't and it's wasteful. So definitely see what you have before you start shopping.
this Christmas. I only wanna be close to you.
I don't think we realized how big this tree was when we bought it. We're kind of losing our walkway, which is totally fine. We don't use this much anyway. We found this tree at Lowe's like a few days after Christmas last year for like 80% off, so we grabbed it. Why I loved it was out here where you see it's like nicer looking. I love the color, it looks more realistic. But then as it goes back here deep, it's just like more of the cheap version of the tree, so it makes it more affordable, especially if you get it on clearance. So if you're needing trees and you can get by one more year, just put yours up and then go buy them on clearance, because you get the best deal after Christmas. So what's really cool about this tree is there's different settings. So there's like clear settings, there's multi-color light settings, there's even a setting where it goes back and forth, and I just feel like this is super helpful if you have kids. I know Savannah tends to want a lot of colors some years, but I like them clear. So when I'm in here, I can turn clear on. When she's in there, she can turn multicolor. If we're both in there, we can do it where it goes back and forth. I just feel like that's a really cool feature that they've added to the Christmas trees.
Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you.
So decorating for the holidays can be really fun, and you may want to go over the top, but try to remember your style, try to remember what you like, try to remember what stresses you out. So as much as I would just love to throw like red and green all over my house, I know it's not going to last. I may love it for like a week or two, maybe even a month, but it's not going to last long. I slowly start pulling down items and like taking them out of my house. But if I learn to like decorate for a holiday the way I would typically decorate my house, then I love it and enjoy it so much longer. So this isn't the case for everybody. Like if you love a pop of color for Christmas, do it. But if you put out color and you find yourself just like getting super stressed out, it's overwhelming, you start taking it down, try to find neutral decor or however you typically decorate and use those type of pieces in your house, and I guarantee you it lasts a whole lot longer.
In the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you.
So this tree is looking good. Chase is finishing the top because there's no way I can reach it. But we picked up these trees as well. Last year I really wanted to do like a cluster here and we just didn't do it. I didn't get brave enough, but we're gonna do it this year. So we walked into Sam's and found these two trees. What's nice is they light up like this one, like they have the clear lights and the multicolor. So when I want clear, I have it, but when Savannah wants fun color, she can do it, and it's all in the same tree. But I was opening up this box and it comes with the tree bag. I just think that's such a good deal. So if I can link this from Sam's, I'll put it down below in my description box. If not, I'll just link tree bags, because they really are like a game changer. But I think it's so cool that it actually like came with the tree. We're about to start putting up the smaller trees, but I've always wanted a rotating tree, but typically I put so many ornaments on our trees. It just doesn't make sense because I know they're gonna like fall off, and I don't always decorate like the back all the way around. So this year, and I don't know if I mentioned this yet, I'm not putting any ornaments on. We're just doing simple trees like in a forest, just a very natural looking trees. But I did pick up two of these rotating stands. So the center one's too big, I wouldn't want it to move, but the two on the side are smaller, and we're gonna have them on like rotating tree stands. So I'm really excited to put up the next two and see how they turn out.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, da 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 da. Oh, 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 da 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 da. Making
A really important tip that I think is super smart to start off with is make sure your house is already clean. So I know if I'm gonna be decorating in the next couple days, to kind of get some deep cleaning done, or if at the very slightest, just like light cleaning, but you don't want to have to worry about cleaning and decorating. And as you're decorating, things get crazy, they get messy. If you don't like clutter like me, you can tend to get a little stressed out because it gets like very overstimulating. Have that house clean, so all you have to do is pull out the tubs and start decorating, and you're not having to clean along the way.
Christmas memories. Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way, and oh, this time of year we come together to
So far, I'm loving it, but I wanted to give another little tip. So tree skirts can be so expensive. Every time I find one, I'm like, it's just not worth it. So I just love to buy throws, and I always do like a cream color so it kind of looks like snow. That's my purpose, but you can do any color you want. So these are ones I just had laying around. Even if you have to buy them, you can still use them like the rest of the year. The money's not wasted. But one of you ladies gave me a tip before and said put a blanket or like extra towels or just something underneath it because it helps make it look fuller. So I grabbed some of these. These are even extra curtain panels, so it can be whatever type of fabric you need. But now I'm gonna use all of this as like my tree skirt.
Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday.
So if you want to just do one blanket, you can. I suggest doing one big blanket. If you're going to use like a throw, you kind of need to have something underneath it to add texture. Now, if you're going to be wrapping presents soon and covering up, it's not going to really matter anyways. But if it's just looking a little like limp, be sure and just stuff paper or just something underneath it.
But it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
So that is how it looks. It just looks nice and full. If you want it smaller, you can just kind of tuck it under. This one, I don't love the color as much of the blanket, so that's why I did it on the middle one, because you won't see it as much. And then I'll do these lighter ones right here on the outer trees.
This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down. And it is
There is the second one, and you guys know I like despise wires, so I'll get a cute basket or something. I will definitely be hiding that here in a little bit.
we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday. It means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to
My next tip is to make it super fun. So we love decorating for Christmas. Like, it's a tradition that we love. We turn on Christmas music. I light a Christmas candle. You can even watch a Christmas movie like Elf or Home Alone or something that you love. Make it fun. Sometimes like decorating and putting stuff up can just be super stressful, but if you go about it as like an activity and your kids want to help, it really can be such a fun thing to do with your family. I was really trying to enjoy our mantle. So this is the first house we've actually had like a fireplace with a mantle. And then in our next house, we're gonna have the same setup, but it's on the center wall. So that's where our TV is going to go. So I won't be able to decorate the mantle like I am this year. So I'm really just trying to enjoy it and just make it perfect.
words can say. And I claim that Christmas
Okay, my next tip is DIY some pieces. So just because you're switching out your decor does not mean you have to spend a ton of money. There's Dollar Tree, garage sales, Dollar General, Target Dollar Spot, Goodwills, thrift stores. Find pieces you love, especially pieces that can be spray painted. Get a can of spray paint and you can make any piece match your home. So you may already have pieces that you love, but you're like, they're outdated or it's red and I don't want red in my house this year. Get a can of spray paint it. I promise you it does not take long at all. It's gonna change the look and the feel of it so much, and you did not have to spend much money doing it.
Lately I've come to realize that I can see it in your eyes, so it's true. I'm so glad.
If you are decorating in all neutrals like me, I did do the pop of green this year, but if you're sticking to those neutrals, make sure you have tons of texture so it doesn't get boring. So in your stockings, even right here in my candle, it's got like wicker, I have a lot of wood. Just make sure you have movement to those pieces.
In store for us. We're falling in love.
Another tip that I have is you don't have to decorate your entire house in one day. So if you want to just work on the living room one day, or maybe even start off with something small like your powder bathroom for guests, go ahead and take it in stages if you just don't have the whole day to decorate. Do whatever doesn't seem like overwhelming and exhausting. Just like my daughter, she may put up her tree a little later. So some years she puts it up before me, some years she puts it up with me, and then other times she wants to wait a few more weeks. So just definitely let your kids decide where you're gonna put them and when you wanna put them up, because it doesn't all have to be done on the same day. Changing out your greenery or any of your flowers in your house will make a huge impact. So you don't want any like springy looking flowers or bright green like greenery in your pots. So just go through all your vases and get new picks. You can get ones that look wintry. You can even go outside and just get like branches and put glitter on them. There's all different ways to do it, but definitely pull out that summer, spring looking greenery and go more with a winter tone, and then you can just save these to put up next year as well.
Something in store for us. We're falling in love. We're falling in love. No, it's the time of the year when something's in store for us. 'Cause we're falling in love.
Also remember to get creative. Some of these pieces I had last year, but I used them differently this year. So sometimes we get stuck in those limits of like, I used this on my coffee table last year, or I used this on my dining room table, so that's where I'm gonna put it this year. Definitely shake things up, put them in different containers. I'm also adding a different wreath in here in our laundry room because once again, that greenery up the wreath was really spring-like, and so I'm putting up a winter one. Plus it has lights, so I feel like it just makes it a little Christmassy for that space too. Okay, so this next tip I actually learned from Chase's grandma, and it's such a good one. I've shared it before here, but I want to share it again. Basically, you're gonna have Christmas tubs and they're gonna be empty, and you're also gonna have like your normal everyday decor that you don't need anymore. You're trying to find a spot for it. You're like cramming it behind sofas and doors and underneath beds and in closets. Basically what you need to do is like when you're putting out your Christmas pillows, put your normal like everyday pillows back in that Christmas tub, because when you need to flip-flop it back out, you're gonna need that tub anyways to put your Christmas pillows back in. This works with like candlesticks, signs, lamps, whatever you decorate for Christmas. Fill up your Christmas tubs with your everyday decor, put it up in your attic, and then when it's time to flip-flop it back, you're ready to go. Just going back, talking about like decorating on a budget, especially for the holidays. If it's not like decor that's gonna be up all year, it's kind of hard to spend money on it. You don't know if you're gonna use it next year. When Chase and I were first married, I wanted a nativity scene so bad, but they were so expensive. But we were really into garage selling and going to places like that. And we actually stopped at an estate sale, and we were inside this lady's home. And she had this beautiful nativity scene. She still had the box for it. It had the nice cutout so it wouldn't get broke. It was just packaged so well. And it was like $5. And I have used this set ever since, and it means so much to us. So just because something's cheaper or used doesn't mean it won't mean anything to you. It always makes it just a little more special. I know this may make some of you laugh, but I was super nervous about these pillows. I wanted to add a little green in that wasn't just tree related, but for me, putting like colored pillows on my sofa was such a big deal. I didn't know if I'd like it, but Savannah loved the idea, and now that they're out, I think it's perfect. Like, that's the only pop of green that's not a like green plant or tree, but I feel like it just kind of ties it all in, and I'm so glad I decided to do it. Okay, so I feel like I have trees everywhere, but I still have tons of trees left in my office. This was a really cheap tree we got from Walmart last year, and it doesn't have lights on it, which I don't even really care. I mean, we could string them if we wanted to. I'm really just wanting this in a basket so it looks pretty when you walk in here. If we had pre-planned this, we could have like styrofoam or something in there to like jam it into. So Chase is kind of just doing what he can. We're basically, this is like one of the boxes we had, and we're gonna just try to stuff it in there. The tree's not heavy, it's not gonna move, so I think we're just gonna have to stuff it as best as we can. And then I keep this like moss here, and I'll just put that on the top so it just kind of looks like it's planted. But I think it'll look really good there if we can make it work. So we do have this box in there, but it gets so tight because the branches kind of have to push up. It basically wedges itself in there.
Yeah, so it should stay on its own right there.
Perfect. I mean, if you had little kids and they yanked on it, it may fall over, but we'll be fine. And look how cute that looks. I have one more tree. I see you, Savannah. I have one more tree, so I'm gonna try to find another basket, but I think that'll look really cool when you walk in. That is such a cheap way to make something look nice. Like the tree, I wanna say was around like 30 bucks last year, maybe 20, just because it is small and it's not pre-lit. And then that's a basket I've had from Ross for forever. And look how good that looks. Like, I love that there. You can see the trees back there. I think we're starting to look like a forest. What do you guys think? So I have one more of these trees. This is the only extra basket I can find at the moment. I think since it's so wide, it may just sit in there with the base. No. Okay.
How's that?
I don't think that's gonna work. I'll walk around and see if I have any other baskets. The problem is I do, but they all have trees in them just from my olive tree obsession. If not, do you think we could get that one to fit?
I'm gonna see just what it does. It might work. No,
It's just not as tall. So if you're looking for something, make sure the basket's pretty tall so it'll actually hold it in there.
It's really close.
I found this one and it's got a tighter top, so I was gonna see if that would help hold it. No.
It's a little taller, so it's closer, but
It's all about the height. It's like
it's
one of
about the
those. So I'm gonna keep looking.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out March without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.
So this is what I meant when I said I take like my normal decor and put it in a box, because I can't decorate with any of this stuff while Christmas is out. Plus this greenery doesn't make sense to me. It's more springy or summery. So I put it all in there, put it up in the attic, and then when it's time to take Christmas down, we grab this down and I just pull everything out and then put the Christmas back into it. I feel like I'm kind of getting some of my room back. So this is the tub I was just talking about. This tub is for Savannah. She's not decorating yet. This one is all the Christmas decor that I'm not going to use this year. So I used a lot of it last year, or it's just like empty boxes of the stuff I did use. This stuff I'm going to take down to our cousin's house because she wants any of my extra Christmas. I bought all this stuff from Target thinking I was going to use it, and I didn't, and I just added it up. It was $25 worth, so I'm going to return that. But I did put one of those trees in here. I really, really, really wish my builder would have given me an outlet here, because I would wrap it with lights, but he didn't, so it's fine. I think it'll still just be nice when I'm editing right here to like have a tree. But then there's clearly an issue with light colored pillows. Now granted, I took 4. I took 4 off my sectional and threw them in here, but there's way more than 4. So I definitely have some type of an addiction. I will say Savannah just got rid of a few, and so she'll toss them in here, but I still have pillows throughout my house. Like, look at that. That isn't crazy. So I'm going to deal with that another day, because I still have to work on our bedroom and get it decorated for Christmas. My last tip is to just have fun. Do what you love. If more is more, do that. If less is more, great. If you want color everywhere, do it. If you want all neutrals, whatever you want for your home, you should do it. Your home, there's always gonna be somebody that loves it. There's always gonna be somebody that hates it. If you wanna decorate now, go for it. If you wanna wait until the night before, more power to you. So I think when it comes to Christmas, you should just do whatever brings you joy.
With the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do.
These name tags are amazing. I have them in here in the fireplace in our bedroom, and you saw them in the living room as well. I'm gonna try to remember who made them for me, and I'm gonna link her down below in my description box. If they're not linked there and it's you, send me a DM or email me so I can tag you. I know she's over on Etsy, so I'm gonna try to get on my account and see if I can find it, but I feel like it's just the perfect touch to personalize your stockings. I don't know, I just love the detail of it so much.
Here we go. All right. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance. Have a good time. Dance, dance. All night long, we're gonna dance, dance. And have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song.
So this tree stand base fit in that basket perfectly, so that was super nice. Another tip I try to share every year are these like tree stompers. So basically you can put this on the ground or just wherever you are, and that's what turns your tree on and off. So if you do the ground, you can just take your foot and like step on it, but that one I'll probably just hide right there. But it all came together. Keeping a little more simple in here this year. Typically I put this guy up, but I just wasn't feeling it. I think I'm just gonna keep it like this since I have a chair here. Last year I don't think I had a chair there. So it wasn't a big deal, but I would have to find a spot for that. So I think I'm just gonna keep it neutral. I'll probably go back to Hobby Lobby and get some more of like, you know, it looks more like Christmas tree picks instead of that. It's really about the only other thing I'll do in here.
We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song.
Okay, I promised you at the very beginning of this video I would show you what it looks like with the lights off and the multicolor lights. It's a little blurry because my camera isn't made for like dark spaces, but you can see how cool it looks at night. And then Savannah grabbed her a galaxy light to put in there so we could watch a movie, and you can see it right here. It's so cool at night to be in there hanging out.
In my heart.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching today's video. I hope you got some tips or hacks for when you're decorating for the holidays. I would love to see your spaces, so definitely send me a DM over on Instagram. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!